Want to get your business in front of real sports fans? The Fade Route with D and Z reaches over 1,000 listeners every2 months. Are you ready to be part of the in crowd?
Yes!
Email us today. Hit us up at faderoutemail@gmail.com and find us on our socials at Fade Route Podcast. Time to run the go route and talk to you next week.
T-minus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Coming at you from the AO Studios. It's the Fade Route with D and Z. Here are your hosts, D and Z.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Coming at you live from the AO Studio.
Ayo!
It's the Fade Route with D and Z. I'm D. We've got a great show for you tonight.
Yes, we do.
We're going to talk about Baker Mayfield is looking for a new contract from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brendan Sorsby apparently is going to be allowed to play football this year. And the Golden Knights and the Hurricanes are battling it out in Game 4. But we begin today's show with the NBA Finals. After 2 crushing losses in San Antonio, the Spurs went into MSG and they beat the Knicks 115-111. This was the first Knicks loss in about 6 weeks. Should the Knicks be worried?
In short, no. You can't go on an equatorial heater like that, right? 13 consecutive wins. You're bound to lose eventually. What you can't do if you are the Knicks is start hanging your head or start bitching about the officiating. Go and play your game. Go and do what you did in the first 2 games of the series. What were you successful at in the first 2 games of the series? You were pretty darn good at not letting Wemby go off. Right? He had 26 points in game 1. He had 29 points in game 2, but it never seemed like he took over the game. It never felt like Victor Wembanyama had asserted his dominance over the game. Game 3 felt like a different animal. Right? Victor Wembanyama felt like the alien that we expected him to be when he went off for 32. And the Knicks also stopped feeding Karl Anthony Towns. Right? He stopped being an essential part of the offense. And for the Knicks to be successful, it needs to go from Brunson to Karl Anthony Towns. Yes, the jump shooting is necessary, and yes, it'll keep the defense honest. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Karl Anthony Towns was working Wemby down low. He was making it happen. And to kind of deviate from that plan for no real rhyme or reason, that seemed to kind of set the Knicks off course. Plus, you get performances. If you're the Spurs, you get Stephen Castle coming in with 23. You have a balanced attack, right? You had multiple players. You had 6 players in double figures. Like, that is Spurs basketball, right? You're starting to get everybody going again. But the Knicks still have the lead in the series. What they cannot do is start to panic, right? Because we've been saying this is it is the mantra. This is it. But with that idea of this is it comes the pressure of this is it. You start squeezing the ball a little bit. You start making mental mistakes. You start barking at the officials. And Mike Brown already started with that because it was a 3-1 free throw discrepancy in game 3 in the second half. So 24-8. And yes, they let both teams play to a degree. There was some physicality there. There were some questionable calls for sure, but that can't be what you hang your hat on. You got beat. It was bound to happen. You figure it out. You watch the film. You see what you did wrong. You adjust, and you come out ready to go for Game 4. Don't hang your heads. Don't complain, and get to work.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be worried. And the reason why I wouldn't be worried is, listen, you're a veteran team, okay? You play good team basketball. They are young. They're up and coming. They haven't felt defeat yet. They haven't been knocked down. They have to go through trials and tribulations before they actually win a championship, if they win a championship. I had the Knicks in 4, and I was really, 6 points away from that. You know? So there's no reason for them to get down and out. You know, if you watch the game, the Spurs were excellent on their closeouts. It's something that they weren't doing very well in games 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The Knicks rotated the ball very nicely, and the Spurs closed it out. They overcommitted, and if you wanted to go to the basket, go. Because Wemby's waiting for you down there. Go for it. But we're not going to let you shoot. We're going to close you out hard. And if you do get biased and Wemby's not there, we're going to foul you. That's it. We're not going to get crushed by threes in this game. And I think the Knicks were like something like 7 for 20 from 3 or something.
It was atrocious,
like that.
yeah.
But it was really clear what the game plan was for the Spurs. And if I'm the Knicks, I wouldn't change the way I played. I wouldn't change my offense. I don't think that they're going to be able to do what they did in the last game again. And if they do, I want Brunson or OG to be the one that gets the ball, fake the pass, go to the basket, and let Wemby contest you. Let him contest you. Everybody converge to the basket when we go to the basket. They're not going to leak out and run on us. That's not their style. And let Dylan Harper take threes. Let him take threes. He's not a 3-point shooter. You know? And you can tell that when Champagny or I think his name's Versal, when those guys play on Brunson, he has his way with them. You know, it's really the tough one is Castle and Harper. They play Brunson pretty well. But I think the thing the Knicks need to do is to be successful, the offense can't go through Brunson, right?
No, they can't.
It's got to go through Cat. It's got to go through OG. OG's the best player on the floor right now. The way he's playing, and it makes sense, right? He's a champion. He's won a championship. He knows what it takes. So no, there's no worry here. Even if the Knicks manage to lose the next game, there's still no concern. You know, they're not going to beat them 4 out of 7 games. Even if they get to game 6 and game 7, I do think the Knicks will prevail. This is just a matter of their backs were against the wall. They were about to get down 3-0 playing of game 4 in Madison Square Garden. And they only won by 4. And really, you know, Fox is terrible. He's playing awful. I'm surprised he even have it out there. He's no confidence in his 3.
What did I tell you?
I can't even believe he made the shot to put them over the top last night. That was wild.
What did I tell you?
Yeah,
I forgot he was on the team.
Yeah, he's trash. He's a trash player. But no, I mean they just finished knocking off the Thunder. Okay, they're a competent bunch. They have a good coach. They worked on closeouts. So you've just got to go back to what you do well. Mikal Bridges can't fall asleep. He only had like 5 points or 4 points. And then Cat, no shot attempts in the fourth quarter. What the fuck, man? Like, you got to play 4 quarters. And they had an answer for him, too. They were aggressive with him. And we know what happens when someone gets aggressive with Cat, right?
The Spurs in general were very physical and very aggressive. And it goes to... You know, it speaks to the officiating. So you saw a couple of instances where Wemby was kind of tossing Brunson around a little bit, and then you had the flagrant on Brunson. How was that a flagrant foul? Like, I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't a Bruce Bowen situation where he stuck his foot under the shooter. Like, he went to jump and defend, and the shooter, I forget who it was, actually stepped on Brunson's Achilles because Brunson had turned to defend. I don't see that as a flagrant, but maybe I'm crazy here. But
I'm fine with the way they're playing. I really don't give a shit. I think they're all. I thought Stephon Castle got his ass kicked last night. I mean, there was a play. He went to the basket against 3 guys. He got hit on the gather, hit when he went up, and then thrown to the floor, and they called no foul. It's like, fine, you're not going to call a foul like that, then I'm going to slap the shit out of Jalen Brunson. That's all. So I don't have any problem with the way they're playing. Keep it going. I think it's good. At least it's a good series. We got no blowouts. Let's see what Game 4 brings us.
You like fishing? How about the outdoors? If you do, then Pinche Gringo is the lifestyle apparel brand for you. Built around the outdoors and not taking things too seriously, Pinche Gringo makes everyday shirts for guys and gals who live outdoors. Comfortable, wearable, and just interesting enough to get noticed. Go to pinchegringo.org, enter the promo code DNZ, and get an exclusive 15% off discount on any product. That's pinchegringo.org. Enter the promo code DNZ for an exclusive 15% off. That's pinchegringo.org.
The Knights took a 2-1 series lead over the Hurricanes over the weekend, but not without drama. There's drama tonight, too. The Knights skated out to a 4-0 lead in the second period, lost the lead in the third period, and won the game in double overtime. The Hurricanes are currently up 4-3 right now. Can they rebound and get back in the series so that they can get back to Carolina?
the one problem with the Carolina Hurricanes is that the Vegas Golden Knights have had an answer for everything that they've done, right? They haven't been able to kind of pull away, right? Even back to game one. They got out in front, they got out ahead, and here come the Golden Knights, right? Mark Stone, I believe, with the game-winning goal. You had that in... no, it was Thomas Hertl. Thomas Hertl, that's who. So, come roaring back, right? You have the overtime win in game two on the part of the Hurricanes. And then game three, double overtime, just put the puck on net, right? That's what we were saying at the end of the Montreal series. You just put the puck on the net. Good things happen when you put the puck on the net. Takes a lucky bounce. It goes in off of Freddie Anderson. Golden Knights are up 2-1.
Right, hit off his skate, right?
Which is bounced off the backboard, off his skate. You can't get any flukier than that. So
now they got Boosie in goal, right?
Yeah. So what you're looking at, Brandon Bussey's in goal. So
Bussey,
yeah.
Sorry.
So clearly, Rod Brind'Amour has seen enough of Freddie Anderson in this series, and it's hard to say that he's wrong or that he's panicking, because Freddie Anderson has given up 13 goals. 13. He had a sub 2 goals against average, and now motherfucker put up 13 in 3 games. So it's not a panic move. You can't say with any degree of honesty that this is panic. This is the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the time to make this move. If not now, when? There is no tomorrow. If you don't make that move, you're on the verge of going down 3-1. But the issue, they're getting beat out of the corner every time. The Vegas Golden Knights have exposed the slot in Carolina. Carolina defensemen are over pursuing to the corner, and Vegas is able to capitalize on that. They have wide open looks in front of the net. You can't get better opportunities than that. It's a failure on coaching. It's a failure on adjustments, and Vegas is exposing them hard. So, fortunately for the Hurricanes, it looks like they're gonna tie this series up. There's a minute 21 left in the period, so there's a good chance. You need more. You got 2 goals from Jordan Staal tonight. You got 1 from Jackson Blake. Yeah, where's Ehlers? Where's Taylor Hall? Where's Stankoven? Where's Svechnikov? Where are the guys that got you here? Right? Where's Gostisbehere? Where are the guys that got you this far? Now's the time to show up. Because I'll tell you this much. Vegas's guys are showing up. Carlson, Marner looked great. Brett Howden is finally fulfilling the promise that the Rangers thought he had when they traded for him. Couldn't do it in New York. Couldn't do it in New York at all. But he's come alive, and he's probably going to win the Conn Smythe. He's probably going to win the playoff MVP. He has 13 goals. Actually, no. Check that. 14. He scored one tonight. Fuck out of here, man. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing? As Carolina just netted an empty netter. So 5.
Boom.
Boom. That should seal the deal. But this series is far from over. Carolina has some things to clean up. They need to get back to what they do. Physical, disciplined hockey. And they need their big boys to show up. They need Seth Jarvis. They need Aho. They need the guys that have been doing it all year. Because Vegas, not going away lately. They're not going away.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting how home ice really doesn't mean anything in this series.
Not
it
at all.
seems that way. You know, I think the team that really needed this game was the Vegas Golden Knights. Because now they're going back to Carolina. Tied 2-2. You got, what's Bussy, right? Bussy feeling good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to be a little shook. The Hurricanes are different. I know we just talked about home ice not meaning much, but the Hurricanes are a different team in their building for sure. And, you had opportunities to really tilt the scale on this. And it's wild in hockey. Like I said, Vegas was up 4-0. They gave up the lead. Then they go into double overtime, and the Hurricanes rode that momentum into this game and were able to win and get this game back to Carolina. So I think we're definitely seeing the two best teams playing each other right now. I think they're all playing at a high level. The goalie play is shaky though, right? The goalie play is really seems to be what's determining the outcome of these series. And I'm excited to see how I at this moment, I would give the edge to the Vegas Golden Knights, just because I think they have the better players, and they might have the better coach for the moment. But we'll see what happens.
We absolutely will. And Rod Brindamore has the reputation of letting these kinds of series fall through his grasp. Like,
yes,
he's done
that's
it.
Right.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
So fortunately as Ranger fans, like fortunately for us, but unfortunately if you're a Carolina Hurricane fan, but how do you rally the troops if you're Rod Brindamore? The Brandon Bussy thing, like, that's a good start. That's a good start. But you have to maintain the fact that you are the better team. You've been through it all year. You've gone through it. Like, this is just another buzzsaw. And if you play Hurricane hockey, which we know is effective hockey, and you stay disciplined, and you don't chase, and you just rely on that grit that you have, you can weather this storm and you can raise the Stanley Cup.
I'm not sure. You might have to leave it up to the veterans in that locker room. You might have to leave it up to the players to rally themselves. I mean, listen, this is Stanley Cup Finals. You've been knocking on this door for so many years, and you're finally here. You're playing against a team that you can beat. I mean, he really shouldn't have to rally anybody. They've got to get up for this moment. This is it. It's kind of like the Knicks thing. This is it, guys. You ain't going to get another opportunity like this. And that's what like you said, he did what he had to do. I'm putting you guys in the position to win. I made the goalie change. Now we've got to be fierce. Finish your checks. You got to finish your floor checks. And as soon as the puck goes down the other end, we've got to come right back. Come right back. Up and down the ice, up and down the ice. Wear him down.
It's a 200-foot game. 100%. It's 100% a 200-foot game. Carolina is more of that grit and sandpaper. We've seen enough of Vegas to know that they want to go east-west. They'll go north-south, but they definitely are an east-west hockey team. Make them play your game. Make them play your game. Don't play theirs. And if you're doing that, you're going to be effective, and you're going to be raising Lord Stanley's Cup.
Quantum Squares offers scientifically formulated energy bars with 100 milligrams of organic caffeine for long-lasting, stable energy. Every delicious bar provides balanced nutrition with 10 grams of plant-based protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs. Use our promo code DANDZ, and you can use that at quantumsquares.com. I am so excited to talk about this next topic. Brendan Sorsby, that guy, quarterback, Texas Tech, was granted a temporary injunction by a Texas judge yesterday, which will allow him to play this upcoming football season for Texas Tech. And for those of you that don't know, Sorsby placed thousands of bets over the last 5 years. Some were even on his own team, to the tune of over $90,000. And the NCAA deemed him ineligible for play for violating gambling rules. And this judge has filed a temporary injunction which is going to have him suspended for the first 2 games of the season, but allow him to play the 2026 season because the court date is set for the end of February 2027. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
This drew Pete Rose comparisons. What happened to Pete Rose? Lifetime ban that was only removed when he died. Thanks, Rob. But as a redshirt quarterback at Indiana, this motherfucker bet on his own team. That is the exact same thing as Pete Rose, betting on his own team. The only difference is that Pete Rose, as manager, could make decisions that could influence outcomes if he had picked the Reds to lose that day. As a redshirt freshman quarterback, Brendan Sorsby had no recourse of doing that because he wasn't going to play. This is fucking ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous that we're letting this guy on the field with a 2-game suspension. It's a slap on the wrist. It's a slap on the wrist for multiple thousands of dollars in bets. This is the guy that you talk about with the 1-800-GAMBLER. If you or someone you know has a problem with gambling, call this number. Apparently not. Apparently, you start him against Abilene Christian. We have gone through the fucking looking glass here between sports betting, NIL, it's Pandora's box, and it's absolutely ridiculous that Brendan Sorsby, who was also eligible for the NFL supplemental draft, and nobody took him. Nobody took him. Why? Because they don't want to touch this. When the NFL doesn't want to touch it, you know you got a problem.
I disagree. I think at some point an NFL team will take him because he's actually one of the top 5 quarterbacks playing this season.
He's got a made.
The judge ruled that he demonstrated. Brendan demonstrated he will suffer a probable, imminent, and irreparable injury if the court did not issue this injunction.
To his
Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? And the defense argues that client has a gambling problem correlated to a mental illness, and he's seeking counseling and he's seeking help. What does that fucking matter? What if he was a serial killer? And it's like, well, we could send him to prison now, but man, that would really hurt his chances of making the National Football League. By the way, that $90,000 that he gambled away doesn't really mean anything because he's making $5 million to play quarterback for Texas Tech this year.
And ridiculous.
He has a mental problem and he's a mental illness. Well, he was using his friends and his family to place bets for him. So I guess none of them were really worried about his mental well-being, were they? This is so... I mean, how is this... Him gambling is like insider trading, isn't it? How is it not any different? He's got insider information on both teams, really, that he's playing for and playing against. But no. If he doesn't play this year's Z, that's going to hurt his draft stock. That's going to hurt him financially for the future. That's going to hurt his chances. What?
But is it though? But is it
talking about?
It wasn't this the quarterback draft?
My whole thing though is, what are the consequences for his actions? The consequence, you knew the rules.
2 games.
You knew the rules.
2 games.
You actually went out of your way to try to not get caught by these rules, by having multiple gambling accounts, by having friends and family place bets for you.
Mm-hmm.
You knew the consequences, and despite all that, you rolled the dice, my friend. I'm sorry. This is the rules. You're out. You're out. You're out. And granted, all teams are really up in arms about this whole thing, that he's going to be eligible to play. Some of them have threatened that they won't play Texas Tech. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You're going to play them. None of this matters. And you've shown that it doesn't matter. You've shown that you can bet on your team, bet on sports, still show up to school and collect $5 million.
Okay, so if it's irreparable injury, if it's probable, imminent, and irreparable, then seek help. If you have a gambling addiction, go to rehab. Fix the problem.
So the judge has also ordered that he go to counseling. He participate in Gamblers Anonymous. He begin treatment for his adjustment disorder with anxiety. He do mentorships with the NCAA and deliver monthly confidential reports to the NCAA detailing his compliance with the orders.
Okay, so he's gonna make...
He can do all that and not play football.
Right, and he shouldn't play football. In order to abide by this, he shouldn't be playing football, right? Because if you're an addict, right? If you're an alcoholic, or if you're a drug addict, or if you're a sex addict, or anything, like, you're faced with temptation. Every day, from what I understand, every day you want to drink. Every day you want to do drugs. Every day you want to engage in high-risk illicit sexual activity. Every day you want to do these things. The temptation is there, and you fight the will. You fight every day to not give in. That's my understanding of addiction. His addiction is gambling. Where are you going to do that? Right there in the palm of your hand. Your addiction is literally staring you in the face every day. And you're telling me this kid is going to have that locked down by the 3rd game of the season? That's what you're telling me? Like, I got this, Skip. I'll be good by September. That's what you're saying. It's June. You're telling me he's going to have this thing licked in 3 months? That's absurd. That's fucking absurd. Let the guy get the help he needs, abide by this ruling, and then next year he can prove that he can do the job. Because guess what? As quietly as it's kept, Dante Moore will be gone. Arch Manning will be gone. He could end up being the number 1 pick in the draft. Because everybody, all the guys in the so-called quarterback draft are gone. So this could actually benefit him if he just sat out and got the help he needed in a twofold manner. But no, this is a case of having your cake and eating it too. Right? He wants to be eligible, but he also wants the pity. That doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Take your lumps and move on.
Garbage.
Complete horseshit.
Discover Afuera Coffee's vibrant flavors from certified Rainforest Alliance farms in Central and South America. Enjoy rich, smooth, and aromatic brews while supporting sustainability. Taste excellence with every sip. Use our promo code DNZ for an exclusive 15% discount only at afueracoffee.com. That's afueracoffee.com, 15% off using our promo code DNZ.
All right, sticking with Texas Tech quarterbacks, former Texas Tech quarterback Baker Mayfield, right? Well, I think he went to Texas Tech and then he went to Oklahoma.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
Yep.
Mayfield is looking for a new contract from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the two sides seem very far apart in their negotiation. What is Baker Mayfield worth, and what other options do the Bucs honestly have?
Well, let's see. Baker Mayfield's 31 years old. By the by. So there's that. Like, that's working against him. He had 26 tutties, 11 picks, QBR 61.3. He had 3,700 yards. Solid. Good. But not Josh Allen good. Not Sam Darnold from last year good. Not Matthew Stafford good. Not, not upper echelon talent. Like, kind of like the back end of the top 10. If we were to try and find the top 10 quarterbacks, he'd be in the back end of the top 10. 7, 8, somewhere in there.
Oh, you're so kind.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be, because Baker Mayfield has washed the stench of Cleveland off of him, and he's actually turned into a pretty darn good NFL quarterback. And
he's good. I don't know if he's top 10 good.
Well, if you look at the quarterback position, there's not that great level of talent, right? I'm not putting Tua in there. I'm not putting Kyler Murray in there. I'm not putting Jackson Dart.
You're gonna put Hurts in there, right?
Hurts is probably middle of that top, probably like 6.
What about Drake?
I don't know. I don't think he's done enough yet.
Drake got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Drake did, but
how about Brock Purdy, who's gotten pretty close to the Super Bowl a bunch of times?
He would probably be. I would probably say he'd round out the top 5. Brock Purdy, really good, solid.
Goff is really good, right?
Solid, right? Solid, but also in the
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, probably 4.
Okay, then we've gotten you got your Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allens of the world, right?
Yeah, so like 1, 2, 2, 3, depending on where you put Stafford.
Okay.
How do you view Stafford?
Yeah, and that's another guy, Stafford, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I would say 7 or 8 is more than fair for Baker Mayfield.
And
I think that's.
What about Joey B?
Can he stay healthy? Like, he's talented. He's talented for sure, but
Joey B's been to a Super Bowl. How many's Baker gotten to?
Yeah, Joe B's been to a Super Bowl. That's fine. That's great. He didn't win it. Right?
Dak?
No.
Dak's better than...
No.
Dak is not better than him.
No.
Dak is not better than Baker Mayfield?
Dak is overrated. Let's be real.
But he's not better than Baker Mayfield?
I'd rather have Baker Mayfield than Dak Prescott.
Oh my god.
I would rather have Baker Mayfield than Dak Prescott.
What about Bo Nix? Bo Nix is better than Baker Mayfield, right?
Bo Nix is also entering his third year. I need to see more of him. But yes,
Bo Nix is better than Baker Mayfield, right?
Bo Nix is on track to be better than Baker Mayfield.
Justin Herbert's better than Baker Mayfield,
Another
right?
overrated sack of crap. That's lovely. Another overrated player, yes.
Wow. Okay,
Mr.
so Baker's in your top 10. That's cool. No, that's cool.
Mr. 4 picks in the playoffs, Justin Herbert.
Hey, man, it's cool. I'm not mad at you. He could be in your top 10. That's cool.
Quarterback is a terrible position in the NFL. It is.
Is Baker better than Jordan Love?
Jordan Love hasn't really proven anything in this league. He got paid. That's great. Jordan Love is okay.
All right, so what's the contract you're offering Baker Mayfield? This is his last year's contract.
So
what are you offering him
31
to come play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? What does he want? You said what does he want?
What does he want?
He wants something in the $50 to $55 million a year range.
No.
That's what he wants.
He can want that. He can want that. He can want that. Who's going to pay?
What are you offering him? That's what his team wants. What are you offering?
He can want that. He can absolutely want
So what are you offering?
I would say half that much.
Okay, so you're giving him $25 million
I would say
per
3
year?
for 75.
3 for 75.
3 for 75. So I think that's fair. Is he 3 for
2 years guaranteed? Money up front?
Yeah, I would be willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing 3 for 150, 100 million guaranteed. You're crazy. You're crazy. There's a team in Floral Park that would probably pay them.
There's a team. There's a team in Florida. There's a team in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
There's a team that's tripping over themselves to do that deal. There's a team that's bidding against nobody to do that deal. We got him.
Bidding against nobody to fucking get Geno Smith into the building to be quarterback.
We got him. We got our
He's
guy.
gonna get cut in 2 hours. I don't care. You make that trade right now.
I want him. You son of a bitch.
I want him here.
I want him. You make that happen. But
If we don't trade for him, he won't come here.
well, make it happen. Now, you're telling me that, okay, so if he wants that, Arizona would pay. Because right now, actually, would they pay? Because they're deadlocked. They're kind of dug in on Jacoby Brissett.
No, they're not going to pay because they understand that they're in the quarterback sweepstakes for next year. They're starting Jacoby Brissett, who hasn't even reported yet.
Fine, I'll go.
Who recently learned that Myles Garrett is in the division and is second guessing his life choices.
Nah, shit.
Shit.
God damn it. But yeah, I mean, let's look at the possibilities of where Baker Mayfield could go. If that's too rich for Tampa Bay's blood, right? Who's going to pay that? He's not going back to Carolina. He already did that. I doubt he will go back to Carolina. Although,
They're happy with their quarterback.
They're happy with Bryce Young. They're happy with Bryce Young. He got them to the playoffs. 8-9, got them to the playoffs.
Everybody gets to the playoffs.
My
7
man.
fucking teams get into the playoffs.
My man, good job. Atta boy. Well done. I mean, who else is there, right? You know, Houston's happy with their quarterback. Dallas is happy with him. Maybe they move on from C.J. Stroud. He's 6 years younger than Baker Mayfield. That you know, that gives me
Baker's
some
pretty
pause.
old.
That gives me some pause. You know, would Pittsburgh kick the tires on him? Maybe.
Again, I think that's a team that drafted a quarterback this year,
Yeah.
right? They have Aaron,
Yeah.
and again, they're focusing on next year's draft.
Right. Would Minnesota do it if Kyler Murray isn't doing it and they finally sour on JJ?
They can't really do that. They're not going to bring in another guy. This is it.
Right. Right. The
We've
Browns
got Kyler Murray and JJ, and that's it.
Yeah.
This is it, man.
the Browns are collecting quarterbacks like it's the Infinity Stones, but I don't think they would. I don't think Cleveland would go. I don't think they would do that marriage again. So,
No.
no.
He's not going back
Or
there.
no.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, I don't see a fit anywhere. I really don't see the fit for it. You either have teams that are trying to suck to get a top draft pick, or you have teams with young and unproven quarterbacks, like Atlanta. Like Atlanta believes in Penix. You think they're trying out Tua. Baker's probably better than both of them, but I don't think they would bring in any. I don't think the Falcons would make that move, right? I don't think the Titans are going to sour on Cam Ward this early in his career, and he showed a little bit moving forward. I think Baker's going to end up with his hat in his hand here. I don't see a team that he can leverage his deal. I don't see it. And maybe I'm just missing it. Right? I mean, an outside possibility is maybe the Commanders if Jaden Daniels gets hurt again. Like, would they bring in a veteran?
Well, I mean, he's just leveraging this year.
Yeah.
Basically, this is the last year of his deal, so he wants a new deal before he plays. And the thing is like, if you're the Buccaneers and you don't give him his contract, what are you going to do at quarterback?
Well, then you can get in on this. Draft merry-go-round. You can try and get in on that, or maybe there's a team out there that'd be willing to part with their quarterback. Maybe there's a team out there who's kind of souring on their quarterback. We don't know that. Or maybe, just as for shits and giggles, you really think that Deshaun Watson might be the guy. Like maybe you go take a chance on that. Maybe instead of a young guy, you take a chance on a guy who needs to prove it.
You're smoking. That's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
What I would do
Those are your
is
options, right?
I would offer him 4 years, $180 million. Average per year would be $45 million. I'll give him $95 million guaranteed. First 2 years fully guaranteed. That's it. Because basically what I'm doing is he's 31. The contract takes him until he's 35. So even if we suck this year, I'm going to draft my quarterback. He's still going to be here for at least another year or two to teach the new kid, and then he's gone in year 4. Whatever. He's competent enough. He's 6'1". His best years are behind him. He's good enough to get you beat. He'll win. He'll win for the first 8 games of the year, 7 games of the year. Then that little motherfucker breaks down. People figure him out. Then he can't run. He can't throw. He can't do shit. And then you wind up going below 500 for the rest of the season. It's exactly what happened last year. He was your MVP, Mr. Z, for half of the season until reality set in. And that motherfucker couldn't win a game, couldn't throw the ball. I think at one point they lost like 6 straight. Like, they were just god-awful.
Well, you also have to take into account who was he throwing the ball to and who was running the ball.
They got studs over there.
Well,
they have Mike Evans. They got Curtis Godwin. Their tight end is really good. They had 2 running backs last year. Well, Bucky Irving got hurt.
Right.
But
so
the other kid
Evans
was good.
missed time. Godwin missed time. Irving missed time. 3 of your
This
top...
is professional football, dude. Figure it the fuck out. Figure it out.
That level of talent loss, you can only figure out...
You're going to lose people every year. Everybody loses people. Look at your boy Jackson Dart. Lost his number 1 target. My man still finished with like 23 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Who was the bummy receiver that was there? Wan'Dale Robinson was their fucking guy. Yeah, that guy. Come on. Got Wan'Dale Robinson a brand new contract at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. So...
Dude almost won Rookie of the Year without probably one of the best wide receivers in the league.
Malik Neighbors has not proven anything in this league, so let's pump the brakes on that.
He has talent, though.
Yeah,
you're talking about talent.
Yeah.
Your whole thing is you're telling me about talent. They lost their talent at wide receiver.
Okay.
They lost their talent in the backfield.
Yes.
They lost the most talented person on the fucking Giants got hurt. Yeah. And he still almost won Rookie of the Year. And he was in the fucking concussion protocol for half the damn season.
Okay, so what did they
I'm just saying, you got to find a way. Like, you got to find a way to win
Did
games.
the Giants find a way? They got their coach fired.
No, but he still played really good. I don't even like Jackson Dart, but those are damn good numbers. Baker Mayfield was losing games for his team. He was losing the games for his team. He was throwing interceptions. He was getting sacked when he shouldn't get sacked. He was fumbling the ball.
And why is he holding on to the ball? Because
he's an idiot.
No, because his receivers can't get open.
Because he can't see over the line of scrimmage. He's only 6'1".
Oh my!
And his bullshit, he's really 5'11". I've stood next to him. I'm taller than he is.
Drew Brees was 5'9". What are we talking about here? But talent loss is a major thing. Yes, you dance with who you have. But if who you have isn't as good as who you lost, you're going to lose. Like, that's just the nature of professional sports, right? If that was the case, then everybody would be able to absorb injury.
They lost to the Saints at home, and the Saints had Tyler Shook as their fucking quarterback.
They believe in Tyler Shook, and you know Tyler Shook actually,
and the Saints traded away their best receiver to the Seattle Seahawks. I'm pretty sure that happened before they played them the second time.
Shaheed, I don't know if Shaheed was their best receiver, but
who's their best receiver then?
Olave, probably.
Number 12.
Yeah, I would say Olave. I would probably say Olave. So, kick returner and second best receiver, because why not? But
and then their running back quit on the season. He's like, I'm done. I don't want to get hit anymore. Kamara.
Yeah. But
that's all right. We're going to play Baker. We're going to Tampa Baker to fucking light those dudes up and beat their ass in their own stadium.
Well, that tells you something about Tyler Shook. Like, it kind of sounds like the Saints were right about him. It definitely does. But there were no expectations for the Saints. There were expectations that the Buccaneers were supposed to win the division last year. Now, a lot of that falls on Baker. It also falls in circumstance. Cade Otton can't be your number one target. Cade Otton is not a number one target. He's a tight end. There you go. Like, who's the number 3 receiver who now becomes the number 1?
Good card player too.
Great with kids. I heard he makes mean balloon animals. So it's delusional
to license.
It's delusional to think that a 31-year-old who has the career that Baker Mayfield has, who is ascending up the quarterback rank because other guys are leaving. Right? Like, you could argue Aaron Rodgers is still in the top 10. That would probably be based on reputation more than anything. But quarterbacks are going up as people are leaving. He's good. You pay him like he's good. You don't pay him like... The whole thing of I got to pay Matt Ryan because it's his turn, or I got to pay Joe Flacco because it's his turn, or I got to pay... No. You're paying mediocre quarterbacks top dollar because it's their turn. No, that's not how this works. He wants the money. He wants the extension. He wants that $50 million a year. Go fucking play for it. Go win the MV fucking P. Right, the MVFP. The MV fucking P. That's what's going to get you that 3 for 150. Or the 4 for 200. You want it? Go play for it. Because if you're just going to be good, you're going to get good money. Because that's who you are. You're just good. In a league where you have the good are mislabeled as great, and the great are legendary, which is not really the case. Everybody's kind of gassed up beyond what they really are. But Baker Mayfield has the opportunity, right? That's the beauty part. Go play for it. Show them what you're made of. Prove that you're worth it. Funny how that is. You have the opportunity to do something about it. So please do so.
Hypernatural, the best men's polo shirts of 2024 as voted by Men's Journal. Hypernatural offers polos, tees, and button-ups that deliver an unmatched comfort and style featuring Hypercool J technology for natural cooling. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code DANDZ, and that can be used at hypernaturalstyle.com.
It's the In Route, where friends of the show get a special segment with us. Want to be part of the action? Want to be the newest member of the In Crowd? Well, you know what to do. Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com, or slide in our DMs on IG at FadeRoutePodcast, or drop us a line on X at FadeRouteDNZ, and you could be next.
The beautiful game on the biggest stage, and you know we have to give you the biggest round table possible. So not only do you get me, not only do you get D, but you also get Clout CEO himself, Gil Godoy. What's up, brother?
How are you?
And the one and only Behan from Interwho.
How's it going?
All right, are we ready to roll?
Let's go.
I think the question everybody has, though, Gil, is that beard real?
This beard? Oh yeah, this is all real. This is all real.
How long you been growing that?
This September is 6 years. It's about 3 feet
My
long.
man.
Yeah.
Put it out.
Listen, I just said if the Knicks win the championship, I'm shaving this off at the parade. I'm going back to New York.
Oh, that thing's coming off next week.
It's coming off. It'll be like right here. So all this will be coming off.
Wow.
So make sure you're following Gil's Clout socials. Make sure you're following along.
That's
posting,
amazing.
Engaging.
Yeah, I actually started a TikTok, a Clout hot takes, and that's why I've been posting the videos about me just every day, where the brand social media is just about the product, right? And I've been getting good responses on just the beard thing. So I'm like, okay, now game on, you know?
So that's like a shampoo and condition every day?
Yeah, this is wrinkly right now. I took a shower not too long ago, so when it's straightened, it's even longer. It's like John Stamos of beards. Wait, what comic book is back there? Batman what?
Oh, I think it's 583, first appearance of the ventriloquist.
I just put my friend from high school on to Absolute Batman. I was like, bro, you gotta get on that.
That's legit.
Just the Absolute collection is just
Green
dope and
Arrow
dope.
is pretty fantastic. I don't like the Green Arrow, but it's damn good.
Yeah, I'm starting to get back, because back out here, I'm in Fredericksburg now, and they have one of the largest. I think Fredericksburg has the largest comic book store in the state. And then Old Town Fredericksburg and a lot of these old towns have antique shops, and they rent the spaces out, and there's a lot of comic book connoisseurs, and I get some good classics, old DC, old Marvel for like $2-3.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, first generation.
So that's a bargain bin. I like that.
Yeah, no, they take care of their stuff out here.
Take pictures of that and put that on your socials. You'll get lit up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I step out later on, I'll send you some photos of some of the comic books. A friend of ours, Z and myself, one of our mentors, Hadi, I just found out he actually this Friday's opened up a comic book store in Colorado.
Yes, sir.
It's called, and it's a trading card, like the Pokemon trading cards, the whole nine, sports memorabilia and everything. It's called Goats and Sons, and just because World Cup, World Connect, and he just told me, he's like, I left the corporate world, starting my own like card shop. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
That is huge. Like, opening up your own business is 100%, and that's 15570 West 64th Ave. Unity, Nevada, Colorado. So go, Hottie, tell them Gil and I sent you. Bring up Ann Taylor Loft. It'll either kick you out or give you.
Yeah, I mean, I do got to catch a trip with him to Egypt with his family, so we're trying to figure that out in the next year.
Wow, that'd be fantastic.
But yeah, because he's Egyptian, so he just brought his kids out there for the first time last summer.
Oh,
so he's asking me to go over there. I said probably September. I'll look out to go to Colorado and check it out, do content, see how that little shop is and all that. I've never been out that way.
Colorado,
Fredericksburg. Nice. I've been out there. My brother lives in Louisville, so he doesn't live too far away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's right. You were out there for some time.
I was out there for a year, man. It was It was different.
Yeah. I mean, Virginia's different from New York City, man, but I love it. I love the quietness, man.
100%. I think that's that's the one thing you can say. It's quiet. And you get the beautiful mountain view. We'll say about it.
All the food.
It's all right. The food's okay. It's not, if you like green chili on stuff, like if you don't like
You're
green
not
chili
getting pizza out here the same way. I'll tell you that much.
Green
You struggle to get
chili
pizza
in
out here.
Colorado?
Oh, man, just pizza out here in general is tough. It's tough.
Why bother?
dude.
Yeah, I mean barbecue all day long, but when you want a nice bagel or something, it's a tough. It's a
Feel
tough
like,
struggle.
what did you do here? What is this?
Just transport the water, man. That's all you got to do. Just drink the water over here.
I saw a thing on Instagram. This place in Florida, they get Poland Spring from New York. That's how they make their pizza.
Yup. I told Z that. I'm like, that's the we Z and I spoke about this 2016, I believe, when we started going to Richmond a lot, and we said we would just bring water and like just do bagels and pizza, and then the COVID happened. Brick and mortar was a dead idea at that point. But it's funny now you're reading articles that guys are actually doing it. I'm like, oh my god, so smart. It's worth it.
I think
it's
there's
actually
a
worth
handful
it.
of places in Florida that transport the water, and it changes.
You have to. Yeah, it does cook differently. It does boil differently. It's just the water's different.
Yeah, Florida's just a shit state in regards anyway. Apologies to anybody who has family there. It's the armpit of America. Let's be real.
So what's going on? What do we got on the plate for today then?
We love Florida. We kid. Do we though? No. So
Too many hurricanes, too many alligators.
They don't know how to vote. It's awful down there.
I know. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely and either a really good story or a really bad story always starts with a Florida man.
Florida man.
Just know something's going down. One way or the other, something's going down.
I was just watching a high-speed highway chase just on TikTok.
Oh, no.
Oh, group by group? Let's go.
Let's go group by group. We'll pick our winners, and then we'll just go from there. So any hot takes, just spin them on out. But let's start Group A. Group A is going to kick off competition. So you got Mexico and South Africa kicking everything off on Thursday, 3 p.m. But you got Mexico, host country. You got South Africa. You got South Korea. And you got Czechia.
Czechia, baby. Let's go. Woo! Woo!
So we got the 15th ranked Mexicans, we got the 60th ranked South Africans, we got the 25th ranked Koreans, and we got the 41st ranked Czechs. So who is your top? Who is your top?
Honestly, I'm going to go wild with this one. I'm going with South Korea and South Africa.
Whoa! Oh man!
Really?
Oh no!
I love my Mexicans. I definitely do. I've seen them play in Qatar against Argentina. I saw that game. I was there. But they have no identity. They got no stable coach. They have no disciplines right now. South Africa, just to see an African nation just step up to the plate, finally be amazing. But South Korea is a disciplined team. Those Asian teams out there are disciplined. They're mechanically inclined. They just know what they're doing. The only thing that holds them back is toughness. Because when you deal with the bigger bodies of Europe or the grittier South Americans, they tend to they're starting, as of the last two World Cups, step up to the plate. But they've upset a few teams as of late, especially last World Cup. But those will be my two coming out of that group. Mexico, I think, is going to collapse early. I don't think they're ready. I just looking at that team, looking at what they've accomplished, which isn't much. I mean, between USA, Canada, and Mexico at this point, I think they're number 3 in that food chain. To me, Canada being first. Yeah. But I would pick South Africa and South Korea on that.
I'm definitely leaning towards South Korea as well because they have the best striker of the bunch in Heung-min Son. So Mexico, I don't know, man. It's just like you said, it's very nondescript. They're poaching Americans with dual citizenship. That's it's the guys who don't make the U.S. men's roster. Come play for us. That's all right, man. We're all good.
Well, you can say that about a bunch of people.
That's true. That is true. You can, but I don't know. South Africa, we're still waiting for an African team to make a really big run. Like Morocco, we expect big things from. Maybe South Africa can do something. Czechia, I don't know. Czechia is a hockey country. I don't think of the Czechs as soccer people. Yes, you do have some Slavic nations that excel in soccer, but I just don't think the Czechs are one of them. So I'm going to take. I'm going with Korea. and I'm gonna take Mexico, even though like they don't really do anything for me. But the other ones in the other ones in the group, I don't know. They have a little bit more cred, in my opinion.
Yeah. What do you got? Who else got some picks
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean,
table?
I'll go next. I mean, I think I'm with you, Z. I'm going to go with Mexico and South Korea. I just think it would be a total letdown if Mexico can't get out of the fucking knockout stage.
Total.
I mean, out of the group stage. I mean, come on. At the very least, I mean, they're having games in Mexico. You've got decent Mexican players.
That would be
devastating if they didn't get out of the group stage.
Plus their goalie, man. This is his last hurrah, and the last thing I want to see that goalie is to go down giving up so many goals where they don't advance. But
right.
I don't know, man. That team.
You don't want to go down because you lost to South Africa and South Korea, man. I mean, so I'm being optimistic and hoping that Mexico is one of the teams. And like you, I'm going to go with South Korea. I do agree with you. They have one of the best strikers. And South Africa, I mean, what's his name? Matt Damon would probably be happy if they made a run, but I don't think there's going to be any Invicta here. So, I'm going with Mexico and South Korea.
All right. Somebody better be writing this down so we circle back when it's all over.
I'm writing mine down. I'm not writing everybody's down.
It is.
I'm agreeing with you. Korea #1. I agree with Sun. I also think they should have like an overall strong team, like Gil was saying. I think just like standing up to some of the giants like France or Spain is going to be like one of their big challenges. I'm looking at this right now. I think a trend we're going to see is some of these African teams, like you were saying, with Morocco and like Senegal, even like Ghana. A few of these teams have some really good guys. I think it's just like you need that quality as a team, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of them have individual quality, but as a team, I don't think it's there. So I'm putting South Africa 2. Then Mexico is interesting. I agree with Gil that Mexico hasn't achieved much, and as a team, they're kind of lost. So I don't think they're going to get like knocked out or anything. I think they'll go in that third place, that playoff spot. Just because I think they could conjure up something, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get to number 2.
Yeah. And let's not forget, in regards to the African nations, Ivory Coast did just beat France the other day in a friendly.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a friendly, but the starters did play for both sides. And France, they are what they are, but for Ivory Coast to do it, to put up those goals, I mean, they're big guys. Some of these African teams are strong men. And these are the guys who didn't make it to the European teams, didn't make those cuts, so they went home. So now Africa has a lot of countries to rumble with, which is a great. I've been saying this since I was a kid. That's a great thing for FIFA and for the fans.
Sure. And then you do have the safety net this year, this World Cup, because of the expansion. You do have that playoff tournament. So there is a little bit of safety net. So if a team underperforms, they still have that outside chance of going in. Now, going from one host nation to another, let's look at Group B. You have Canada, you have Bosnia, Herzegovina, you have Qatar, and you have Switzerland. So you have 30th ranked in the world, Canada, 65th Bosnia, 55th Qatar, and 19th Switzerland.
Yeah, so I think Switzerland is the easy call here. Bosnia and Canada, I mean, I don't want to say it's a toss-up. I'm going to root for Canada on this one. I think they are the better version of the U.S. team right now. They're built almost identical as far as stature and people. It's just they've been more consistent out of the three nations that are hosting. I mean, I said it a year ago. They could have beaten Argentina twice in that tournament. They just couldn't finish or put the ball in the net. They could have actually upset them twice in those two games, the Copa America. So it's like when I look at Canada, if they could play like that and just put the ball in the net, they could be upsets. I mean, but then you look at Bosnia. I mean, if you know anything about the past, those guys have been rough to play with. I mean, they're like
they took out Italy,
the
didn't
European.
they?
Yeah, I mean, they're like the Mexican team of Europe. Like they're the one team you don't want to fight with. But if I had to pick, I'd be Swiss and Canada, and then they would be my third. Bosnia would be my third on that class. I think Qatar was only here by chance because of the expansion. They qualified, and obviously there's money involved. But I don't see them as a threat at all.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Switzerland and Canada this is a relatively easy group to pick, in my opinion. The only question is it going to be Switzerland or Canada on top? And, Switzerland has better quality, Absolutely. I mean, Canada is going to be tough to play with. Jesse Marsh has them ready to go. You have top-level talent like Davies, Osorio. You have Jonathan David. You have players that will. You have players that compete on the world level. So Canada is not going to be a pushover whatsoever. I don't know. These are two. Flip a coin, Qatar or Bosnia. But I'll take Qatar just on the fact that they have a higher ranking. But it wouldn't surprise me if Bosnia finished in third.
I think Bosnia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Like Gil was saying, they have the physical aspect. They also have like the historical thing. But yeah, that third and fourth place is kind of a mashup. And again, with the expansion thing, having like Qatar, there's a few teams in here that like, I don't want to say they don't have the talent because obviously they made it. Though without the expansion, I think a few of these teams would not have made it in, and like they wouldn't be in this discussion. That might be it. I think it's a good team.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of a weak group. I'd see Switzerland as being the boss and Canada kind of just tagging along just based off of the rest of the teams there. I don't think anybody's expecting much from Qatar. I think Bosnia, like, Gil was saying, I think they rough you up. I saw them really put a licking on Italy. So they might give somebody some tough games, but I can't see them getting out of this group. Again, I'm with you. I think they're kind of a third place. They're definitely, better than Qatar, but I can't see them passing Switzerland, and I don't see them passing Canada.
Yep.
Italy's not exactly the barometer of competition.
They are, but they are competent. They're competent. They're a competent team. So if you're going to bully around a competent team and prevent them from, qualifying for the World Cup, I mean, you're talking about 40 years of excellence with Italy. I mean, they've gone to the championship. Yeah. They've competed against Brazil. They've competed against France. They've competed against top level talent. So for them to get knocked out, that means something.
Yeah.
They also got bounced by North Macedonia.
Yeah.
It's like Southwest Central State.
Yes. Yes. Podunk University. Yes.
Yeah, I think 4 years from now, Italy will have a revamp. I think their stabilization was always on their defense, and they were always blessed to have that one forward. But, you could just go down the list of every World Cup previous. But I think somewhere along the line, they got too obsessed with the club game versus the national game.
Well, the goalie's the issue, right? I mean, they haven't had a really good goalie in a long time. Since they made it to the finals, they haven't had a goalie.
And they've lost their identity. I mean, I think the country as a whole has had a better GDP club-wise when you look at all those clubs versus their national game, and they almost basically forgot they had a team. I mean, when you look at how they played, they're like, the talent's there. It's just they weren't structured right, and they just thought it was automatic to be Italian on a great soccer team. But no, I mean, some of these countries are starting to step up to the plate, and they see it now. The last 2 to 3 World Cups, they're starting to see it, like, all right, wait a minute. So I know by 2030, the Centennial one, like, which is a whole other Mosh story for me. They should be qualified. I wouldn't be surprised.
Unless it's about injuries. Italy, they never have like a young phenom. They've got like the 40-year-old Pirlo, or they've got these established players that have been, this is their third or fourth World Cup. They might come back for another one, but you never see them with the young guy, the young kid. Just coming up. Like England always seems to produce, and Brazil, and now Spain seem to produce.
And that's a good point you brought up. I think what they forgot was their infrastructure of the Calcio leagues. When you look at the Bundesliga, it's heavy German kids. They all run the same systems in all the teams in the lower levels. So when they go to the main stage, they're mechanically inclined to play in a national flag consistently with the same mindset, regardless of coach. I think the Italian leagues have forgotten that sort of recruiting externally. So when those players go to their respective countries, they now are like, oh, where's our talent? Oh, we forgot to build them up the right way. So that's what they're going to have to start doing. I mean, when you looked at AC Milan, Inter Milan back in the day, 80% of the teams were on the national team. Now you look at those lineups and you're like, it's everybody else. It's all external. It's a bunch of Lucas in the NBA.
They leave
it's like,
too, right? They go and play for other nations, other countries in the offseason.
Yeah. Tonali, Calafiori, Donnarumma, you can go down the line. You got a chunk of them in the Premier League. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like you look at the Spanish leagues, you look at the German leagues, you still have their core talent in those leagues. So when they're being called up, it's a simple transition. Italy lost themselves in that. They're just like, boom, we forgot to build up our talent. But like I said, 4 years from now, they'll be there as long as everybody's injury free and nothing chaotic happens. I would not be surprised if they make it the next time around for 2030.
If they expand it like this, I mean, you figure that they're gonna edge out some of these teams that are like, you're scratching your head like, how the fuck they even get in here?
I mean, hey, they should have been.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, when you go to the next class and you see Haiti, like kudos to them, but you're like, Italy. It would have been nice to have Italy in that class, the next one, Group C.
Well, you said it, so let's talk about it. You got Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland.
this is a good one.
So this is really top heavy. You're looking at Brazil at 6, Morocco at 8, Haiti at 83, and Scotland at 43. So,
I mean, the first two are obvious. I think the safe bets are Morocco 1, Brazil 2, Scotland 3. That's the safe way of saying it. Here's my thing with Brazil. If they actually do play Neymar, here's my hot take in that. He has to play mid. He can't play forward. He's lost the one piece he had was agility, but he still has ball control, and the proper midfielder can still put the ball in the right place and doesn't have to move as much. And we've seen that Inter Miami when half of Barcelona came over. He can still move, but he doesn't have the same speed, but he has ball control. So if they play him in the mid, he's still going to draw enough attention there to free up a lot of those other guys. Because a lot of their forwards, their front line, are not what he used to be, even at their peak. So they're great, but they're not at that, what do you call the Hugo Bonita level of 94, 98. So Brazil can get some of its momentum back, but Morocco's taking that. I can't see how they don't. And then Scotland to me is third. I mean, I can see Scotland outperforming Brazil. Scotland is a steady team, but I'll go 1 Morocco, 2 Brazil, 3 Scotland. Sorry, Haiti. You're going to score 1 or 2 goals, but the experience is not there. And you're up against gods on that field at that point.
Geez, it's been like 50 years since Haiti's been in this thing?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Kudos to them, but you're up against gods right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see them not getting their teeth kicked in on the regular, even by Scotland, because Scotland has quality. Scotland has personality. Like they're on the come in terms of the world stage, but it's a 2-horse race. It's Brazil and Morocco. For me, I mean, I'm going to take Brazil just because of the quality. Like Morocco is good, but Brazil, they have a depth of talent that is just,
well, there's talent and there's expectation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's talent and there's expectation from Morocco as well, because they've competed on the global stage now, and they're starting to become a little bit of a name. If you're 8th in the world as an African nation, that's pretty damn good. So, I think that it's going to be close. Like it's definitely going to be. It's going to be a hotly contested one. I could even see Brazil Morocco going to a draw when they play each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could see that. But Brazil is going to kick the shit out of Haiti. Morocco's going to kick the shit out of Haiti.
That's going to be their goal for and against right there to get them to the next level. Everybody's looking at the day they play Haiti just to get their goals up.
That's true.
Like sadly, that's what they're going to be doing.
Yep.
They're already every other team, Scotland, they're all have that circled. Like, all right, like you said, tie with Morocco, 2-1 against Scotland, Haiti 8-0. That's what we're doing. You got to do it.
Drop that.
You got to do it. Like, you have to.
I was watching these friendlies. Brazil looks comfortable. I don't know what Angela's been doing with them. They're happy together. Now, continue.
They're looking good. Like, we could talk about Argentina when we get there, but I say Brazil's talent pool is just on a different level, and people have to understand, like, what that country produces from their slums is just utterly amazing. And these guys survive on their feet. I think it was Pele or Neymar that said, Pele that's like, I made it with my feet. And those people, like, see, Neymar got humbled now. That to me, he's still critical to the team because that injury really just said, hey, this is your last hurrah. You barely even got in on the team. It was a more political move than anything. But if they play him in the mid or center of the front line, let him distribute and let him create to where they have to draw attention to him. you're going to find a man open. And that's where he can thrive. And that's where Brazil's going to start scoring. It won't be from his foot. It's going to be from his passes.
Right. I don't think he has that ability to, like, shoot the ball over an opponent, then strike in the back of the net off the ball.
No.
But
They might give him a few. If they even start him, it'll probably be against Haiti. But I don't see him starting against Morocco and Scotland. Depending, you know. But I see him very definitely getting his time in Haiti, knowing that if they advance, he can get his minutes in there, especially in the heat. Because I mean, Scotland's issues the heat. Can they just deal with it? You know, wherever they're going to play, you're going to be in a hot area. So, but Morocco knows heat, Haiti knows heat, and Brazil knows heat. So that's the only advantage Haiti has over Scotland. But I don't see an upset there at any time.
No. And then you have like Endrick and Esteval. You have young talent up front for Brazil.
Well,
So
no Esteval.
No Esteval? No. So you have Endrick. But the future is bright for Brazil. And they're the next generation is already now. Like we were talking about Italy with their next generation when. But they have the talent right now. And you still have the veterans in like the Casemiros of the world who can kind of keep everything on track. So, you know, they could definitely make a deep run. I don't know if they're good enough to win the whole thing, but I think that Brazil can definitely like put a scare into the other top echelon teams.
I think Endrick's their most valuable player right now because he doesn't get the time like everybody else. But when he comes off the bench, he's the one equalizing or giving that winning goal in these last couple of friendlies. He's consistently coming off the bench and putting one on the board. And the thing is, they haven't taken the leash off his neck yet because he's so young. And because you have two other guys in the front line that have these multi-million-dollar contracts. So they're respecting that ego. But at the end of the day, a Neymar-Endrick combo on that field could be really disturbing for a lot of defenders. It could be very disturbing because Endrick is short. And the thing is with a tall defender, when you deal with Scotland, is low center of gravity. Like I'm 6'4". If I had to deal with Messi at 5'4", that is a nightmare. He cuts quicker. Endrick has power. Endrick can go left, right, and straight. So it's like, that's a headache, but they don't release the chain on him. And I hate that because you have to this tournament because he will be your future.
Yeah, he can't be like an 88-minute, you're winning 5-0, so he has to be like the strategic to finish that game.
Yep. They have to take advantage of him now. Because the other two guys on the front line aren't going to do it. Their egos are too big on Real. And I'm like, I haven't seen enough by them on a national level to be impressed. The club game is different. That's a different type. It's like college football versus NFL. It's a different system. If you're not the right system on the national, because you don't play that often with each other, you got to figure it out quick. And Endrick will figure it out because he's been on the back burner the whole time around him. So now if you put him in the front, he's going to do what he's supposed to do. And if you put Neymar and just drop the ball all day, he's going to be very successful. It's just
the good thing is that Vinny has the experience with Ancelotti, so he can kind of be like a player coach in that regard. So he's
he doesn't pull the Neymar rolls on the floor and like we saw about 8 years ago. I hope he doesn't start pulling those little cards out of just pretending he's injured because the rules change now. If you're on the floor, they put you in the sideline and you have to sit out there. Your team plays one man down to the next whistle. Wow. So thank God they made that rule because I don't want to see this. He hit me, but it was like a LeBron flop. Like I don't want to see none of that. Play the whistle and keep it moving. Yeah.
All right. Let's go. We are on to the big one. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. Group D. That would be the USA, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. We have 16th rank USA, 40th Paraguay, 27th Australia, and 22nd Turkey. How is our team going to do? How are the Stars and Stripes going to do in this group?
I think second.
Now, I'm the big USA soccer hater. I always say they're 20 years behind because they have the resources, but I can get a bunch of kids from Queens that could probably perform better in the field. Not that they're not talented. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're not consistent enough, and to me, Canada is the better version of them. Because a lot of those Canadians play the same colleges, the same systems as USA. They just happen to go over the border and play for that flag. They're going to advance. I think Australia and USA are advancing. I'm always a fan favorite of Paraguay, just being from South America, because he used to have one of my favorite goalies back in the 90s, Chileve. But I think USA and Australia, I think Australia takes the lead. USA actually could be a toss-up between them. I mean, when you look at goals for and against, those are my top two. Turkey or Paraguay, that's more of a toss-up to me because, I mean, Paraguay is playing okay soccer, but you saw what they did down. They qualified, but I'm just hoping USA doesn't disappoint. I'm really, that's honestly, they're like my Knicks. It's like you get so close to being actually decent, and then boom, or my Mets. Like, come on. But they're talented. It's just every year after year, their forwards are pulling hammies, or it's something going on. You're relying on one player. He can't do it. I grew up in '94 with Tabaré Ramos, John Harkes. The list goes on. Balboa. These guys were savages. They had no idea what they were doing for the most part, but they just went out there and just kicked the ball hard and fast. This team is too patient, which upsets me because they're big and strong, like European countries. They just don't take advantage of it. They just don't take advantage of that, and I don't understand why. But those are my two.
Yeah, they better not play down to the competition here. I mean,
I hate that.
It should be a layup. They got to get out of the group. I mean, if they don't get out of the group, it goes back to the Mexico thing. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got the U.S., and then I'm with you on Australia, because people sleep in Australia, man. They played really good in the last World Cup. They've been playing good friendly matches. They play tough. They play smart.
They do.
They play very smart. Very controlled game. They stay around the midfield. They kick the ball around. And then they go for the corners. They know they're not going to be hitting any 20-yard shots. They're going to rely on their corner kicks, and they're going to try to out-finesse you. The problem is if they get down early. If they get down and they're trying to play catch-up, and that's when they could wind up giving up more goals. So I don't think Turkey and Paraguay is so much as a toss-up. I actually do think Paraguay is good. I do think they're good. They're just not better than the United States or Australia, and I put Turkey in that same boat. I think they're good. It's just this is a tough group for them. So I have it finishing Paraguay, Turkey, but United States and Australia should make it out.
Yep.
No, I'm not impressed by the U.S. whatsoever.
Nobody is.
Regardless.
Yeah.
No, I think that they're overrated. I think
they're entitled. They're very entitled. They're all very entitled. And for a country that our best athletes don't play soccer, unfortunately. So you would think that this is an opportunity for people to rise to the occasion, rise above the competition. They feel very entitled. They think who they are. It just doesn't work like that, especially not in this sport.
Well, and also with Pochettino, like he's valuing resume over actual skill.
Poch is also very entitled, though. That's like half the problem.
That's true. They got the right team.
He's so entitled because he's like, oh, I coached in Europe. I was so good. Like, not really.
Not really, sir.
Crazy. Not really.
Not really.
I think most coaches wanted the job, to be honest with you. They didn't want to do the cleanup job of USA. I mean,
they have no star power. They have no star power. And it is a weak group.
Pulisic, this kid Pulisic, he's a great guy. I get it. He plays in Germany. I get it. But he's not the guy you carry your team with, especially going into this World Cup. Like, he's just not. He's a compliment to someone else, but you don't have a lead striker. You don't have a tough goalie. You don't have anything but this kid in the middle. So it's like, he's just going to get bullied. I mean, what is he, 5'6", 5'8"? He's going to get bullied. He's going to get exhausted eventually because he's going to feel the weight of carrying this team.
Get tired.
Matt Freed's just worn out because that back line is fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I generally want them to advance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I generally want them to advance. That's my thing.
Right, we all do. I mean, it's in America, for God's sake.
I know. Yeah. Listen, when they did World Cup '94, they lost in the Rose Bowl. I never forget the story. July 3rd. And then in the newspaper the next day was Star Spangled Bummer. And John Harkes played on that team. And he grew up in the Brooklyn Italian Leagues. My father was his coach, John Harkes. He called him after the game and came to visit 3 to 4 days later, if I'm not mistaken. He came to Brooklyn, New York to visit my father. And because the following year was MLS. And somewhere in my card collection, I have the MLS All-Star games. He gave me, my father, those tickets for the MLS All-Stars. Because the doubleheader was Brazil against the world. And he suffered a concussion in that game when they got eliminated. I'm sorry, not John Harkes. He trained Tabaré Ramos and John Harkes, but Tabaré Ramos suffered an elbow by the Brazilians. The Brazilians kicked us out in '94. And Tabaré Ramos was the one that called my father, came to visit, and gave us the MLS tickets eventually. But that broke my heart ever since, because I don't feel like U.S. has had a core like that since. But
not at all. I mean, this is the air quote golden generation, and what is gold about this generation?
I think it's just that they're slightly better than the past, which isn't saying much, and I think that's why they're so entitled. Like, I saw them against Germany the other day. They didn't look terrible. Like, the 2-1 game, it wasn't horrendous, but it really didn't look that good. Like, towards the end,
they over-celebrated one goal. Like, you're still losing, right?
It was a good goal.
You're still losing. I wouldn't have spent all that energy doing backflips when I'm down 2-1. I would grab that ball out of the net, put it back in the midfield, and start running back. But
you see towards the end, Germany's just dancing around them. They're jogging. You see that
you know what's even crazier is, like, you look at Miami. AFA, the Argentinian Federation, has built a secondary satellite building to scout Argentinians in America.
Yeah,
right next to that stadium, because they have their own internal program for the youth, right? So, like, now they can get American Argentinians out, and a lot of countries are starting to do this in South America. They're now like, all right, they're going into MLS, so we could grab that American talent that can come play in our teams, white blood. And I'm like, USA is not taking advantage of this. They're not building their internal infrastructure like the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga, to me, is like the greatest infrastructure because they're consistently great. Germany's like, you never have to buckle. Like you just know they're going to be top 5. You just know it. It's sad because they're just that good. And you have to always worry about them every World Cup, regardless of what turmoil they may have. So these South American teams are like, it's a lot cheaper to build a little stadium or a little camp next to these stadiums where, like, Messi or one of our fan favorites is, and then try to recruit our people. Like in Virginia, I didn't even know there was that many Central Americans in here. There's a lot of Peruvians, Guatemalans. I didn't know that. I was like, holy cow. I was like, not surprised now when you look at it. But USA does not take advantage of its talent. They don't. And half the kids can't even afford to play it anyway, if they could. So they just go to South America. When I went to Buenos Aires 2018, the guys that played in River Plate team, the River Plate club, they play the Bocas and the La Plata club. They play River Plate and Boca. They're on the bus, bro. They don't make money. They were on the bus with me going to training camp. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. It's a lot cheaper to play. A lot cheaper to play out there.
It is.
And then once you get recognition, you fly right to Europe. You just skip the U.S. and you go straight to Europe if you're good enough.
That's the thing. You're trying to cultivate American soccer players. And now the claim to fame is if they were able to play in Europe. Like, that's the goal, right? And MLS is getting neglected in that regard a little bit because then you're shipping out a lot of the best talent. They are getting kind of like their finishing school, but then they come back here and it doesn't gel together. Like, what is the obsession with Gio fucking Reyna? Can somebody explain that to me?
Father,
Claudio Reyna, man, this guy kind of ruined it all, man. I don't know. It's a weird man. I don't know. First of all, he's good, but he's not great.
Right.
I don't see the hype. I don't see him in any major leagues in the world where he's dominating.
Yeah, he's like
Pulisic, I'll give a chance to because he's actually scoring. He's doing like 20 goals a season. That's not easy to do in Germany, so I'll give him that. I'm not going to bash him. He's just in a good system. He's in Germany. They have a good, consistent system where he can flourish. Now, you put him in USA and there's really no system for him to flourish. It's kind of like just wing it, and hopefully, Nike signs us another 10-year contract. It's like a UFC sponsorship deal. It's like, all right, hopefully we get another one.
I mean, just because of that, I have them in third. I really think that they'll be in that third place tournament. They may be able to get out of that, but I'm not impressed. Like, you're telling me,
I can see that.
I'm big with Turkey. Their performance in the Euros, when they went head to head with the Netherlands, yes, they lost, but they were toe to toe with some of the best football players in Europe. So that weighs well with me. Like, you're taking on guys like Virgil. Yeah, okay, you have my attention. So
yeah,
go Turkey A1, Australia. Like, they're not going to score a lot, but they're going to beat you up. Like, I think that they'll be able to get through. USA 3, Paraguay. Unfortunately, I see enough CONCACAF and I see enough of that. Like, they're okay. But okay ain't going to get it done in this tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check out part 2 of our World Cup Roundtable preview later this week. Step outside of your safe area and make a statement without saying much with FCK Clout Lifestyle Apparel. Embrace the colorful chaos and stay emotionally regulated in their graphic tees, hoodies, snapbacks, accessories, and more. Go to fckclout.com today and check out current season and past season merchandise for men and women. Get it while you can. That's fckclout.com. Check them out today. fckclout.com. Who's the best of the worst this week in sports? The Fade Store presents the Alleged Superstar of the Week Award.
Alright, boys and girls, you know what time it is. It's time for the Alleged Superstar of the Week. You know how it goes. We put up a poll on our X account at FadeRoutDNZ and our Instagram poll at FadeRoutPodcast, and you vote. And you vote, and you vote, and you vote. And the winner of said vote gets a shout out in this here show, takes home the coveted ass trophy. And do you know who took home the coveted ass trophy last week, D?
I don't.
Chet Holmgren.
My man.
Major no-show. Congratulations, Chet. Well done. Did he even attempt a shot in that game? Don't believe he did. It was terrible. A terrible, terrible, terrible performance by one Mr. Chet Holmgren. But that was last week. This is this week. Who are your nominees for Alleged Superstar of the Week, dude?
All right, first up, I've got Lubbock District Court Judge Ken Curry. Despite all the facts in the case, Judge Curry granted a temporary injunction for Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby, which will allow him to play college football after his 2-game suspension. Brendan was deemed ineligible by the NCAA because he bet on pro and college sports 1,000 times, betting over $90,000, despite having a $5 million contract to play for Texas Tech. He also bet on his own team in some instances. The judge stated Brendan has demonstrated he will suffer a probable, imminent, irreparable injury if he is not able to play the 2026 season. Trial is set for after the season currently. Judge Curry, you are my Alleged Superstar of the Week. Number 2, Knicks center Karl Anthony Towns was on his way to a Finals MVP, Z, before only scoring 11 points in Game 3 and not attempting a fucking shot in the fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns, you are my Alleged Superstar of the Week. And last but not least, New York Knicks fans acting like animals at the end of Game 3, resulting in over 20 arrests, attacking NYPD officers, and assaulting Spurs fans, chasing them down the street and ripping off their jerseys. For shame, Knicks fans. Knicks fans, you are my Alleged Superstar of the Week. We got Z.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Watching them beat the shit out of people because you lost a basketball game, it's a bridge too far. Absolutely a bridge too far. You can't do that. You absolutely can't do that. You win with grace, you lose with grace. That's all you need to do. I'm sure this was fueled by alcohol, and I'm sure this was fueled by shit talk. Because that's what it's become, right? It's not playful anymore. It's not friendly anymore. Now it's personal. Every win, every loss, it's a personal attack. It's a personal affront. We have lost our fucking minds. Absolutely lost our fucking minds. I'm going to start with Freddie Anderson, goalie for the Carolina Hurricanes. Benched for Brandon Bussey after giving up 13 goals in 3 games. The coup de grace was the fluky double overtime goal that went off the backboards, off your skate and in. If this was a game of horse, it could not be replicated. So, take a blow, take a seat on the bench, and get your head straight. Freddie Anderson, you are my Alleged Superstar of the Week. Number 2, Godoy Senga. In case you missed it, Godoy Senga had his rehab start shortened. He will not start because of ulnar nerve irritation in his right arm. So a UCL is probably what this is, which means surgery is imminent for Mr. Senga. What started out as a very promising signing has rapidly declined and rapidly bitten the Mets in the ass. Kodai Senga, you are my alleged superstar of the week.
Soto would have been another good one.
Oh, yes, fucking Soto. Ugh. Oh, yeah, he went over the series against the Padres. Forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. And dogging it.
He's running really hard to first base, too.
Yeah, he's running. He runs hard to the bank. Runs fast to the fucking bank. And number 3, last but not least, I'm going to go with Mike Brown, coach for the New York Knicks. Came off as a little whiny. They had 24 free throw attempts. We only got 8. We were fouling, but they were fouling too. That's some whiny bitch. That's some whiny bitch material right there from Coach Brown. You know, they let it play, but they let it ride for most of the game. Yes, some of these things were beyond the pale, but it was beyond the pale for both sides. Wemby's getting hacked. Brunson's getting thrown to the ground. It's a wash. It's a wash. I understand working the refs, but there's a way to do it to where you plant the seed to where you're going to get calls. I don't know if the Knicks are going to get calls in Game 4 when you come out whining like that. Mike Brown, you are my alleged superstar of the week. I think we said our piece. Go to our X account at FadeRouteDNZ. Go to our Instagram poll at FadeRoutePodcast and vote. And vote, and vote, and vote. And for our nominees.
You're better than that. Just do better. Just do better.
This has been the Fade Route with DNZ. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Catch our podcast on Wednesday nights on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your podcast. So until next time, stay fade, everyone.
Time for us to run the go route. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a review, rate us 5 stars, turn on subscription notifications, and share on social media. Tell your friends and spread the word.